team that has
Ah,
a
I knew they had one had
consecutive
was a
win.
streak and it was 8, but I didn't realize it was they hadn't lost this calendar year. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, yeah. But there's one team out there who has a
I,
streak slightly longer than theirs.
I know. Oh, longer.
Yes, right
Ooh,
now
longer.
on the D2 level, on the D2 level,
Well,
HBCU
I'm gonna
D2.
have.
Let me specify HBCU D2 women. There's one team that has a longer streak.
Oh well,
Tuskegee?
that's easy to. Yeah, I mean,
Nope,
Tuskegee?
Tuskegee's only at 6 in a row. Tuskegee's only at six
Okay.
in a row. It's our forgotten HBCU on the D2 level. West Virginia State. They're the
Ah,
winners of
yeah.
9 consecutive women.
Nice. Good cut.
nine.
Good
Okay.
catch. Yeah. I see you. I see you,
All
Drew.
right.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right,
Keep
Drew.
that
All
computer
right.
churning. I like what you're spitting out.
Great observation there, Drew, about the records in Division II. That's I want to do. I want to do a breakdown of looking at people's non-conference later, because that's fascinating when you juxtapose it against Division 1, which we know that's a different story, but still, I think it is interesting to look at.
Brian, of our 11 of the 29 women HBCU programs on January 22nd have double-digit wins.
Nice,
That's over
good,
one third
good,
have double-digit wins. No one is winless.
nice.
And
And I still say
when you
20
add in the
wins is a
9-win
mark.
teams,
I think 20 wins is still an actionable
yeah,
mark that you look at and say
Oh yeah,
that
yeah. I
that's
love that
accomplishment.
20. I love that 20-win
yeah,
mark. It's still significant, particularly at the Division II level, NIA level. You get to 20. Sometimes at them, they get a chance to get to 25. Really looking
right.
good. But at the Division I level, if you can get to 20 wins, you're really doing something. Sometimes that demarcation may need to be closer to 17, 18. But it's something beautiful about that round number when you can put that 20-win mark on there. So I love that
2021.
you brought
Yeah.
that up. Yeah, I love that you
Yeah.
brought that up.
And take it one step further,
Um,
everybody. 15 of the 29 are at 9 wins or better. So over half
Nice.
of our women's programs are at 9 wins or better with 5 weeks remaining in the basketball season.
Um, as I mentioned earlier, with John, you're the executive director of the Celebration Bowl. Just curious, how does one become an executive director of the bowl? I mean, what are the qualifications?
That's a good question because I still don't know the answer to that. It wasn't really something that I was pursuing. I was chief executive for 100 Black Women of Atlanta, and we actually ran a game, the Atlanta Football Classic, that featured Florida A&M and Tennessee State.
Okay.
And when ESPN was looking to launch the bowl game in Atlanta, they reached out to me through the commissioner at that time to have a meeting with them.
Okay.
And so the conversation sort of led to an offer to join ESPN. And I initially was a little hesitant, but just simply because I was enjoying what I was doing. But I enjoy building things, and I saw this really as a great opportunity to build something institutional for historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs,
Okay.
and to work at putting us in a space where we aren't as it relates to being with the other bowl games. And although the Celebration Bowl was sort of a legacy of the Heritage Bowl, which was a legacy of the Pelican Bowl,
Okay.
that it was our desire to make sure we were able to institutionalize this in a way that 50 years from now, 100 years from now, that this game would be very, very viable and would certainly be functioning at a level beyond what anyone would imagine today.
Absolutely. And so in 2015, that was the first year the Celebration Bowl was correct.
Correct.
How well, you said ESPN, so who pitched it to ESPN? Did ESPN come to somebody or someone actually pitched it to them?
Well, Dr. Dennis Thomas, who was the commissioner of the MEAC at that time, approached ESPN with the idea to get engaged with the bowl game. It wasn't called the Celebration Bowl at the time; they had no name, because the Heritage Bowl, which preceded that, had actually gone defunct. I think it was back in 1999, around that time, and so pitched the idea to ESPN, and it actually took 10 years after that for the MEAC chancellors and presidents to vote to approve giving up the automatic qualifier to go to the playoffs and actually go to the bowl game. So initially, again, it was his idea to pitch it to them. But as I tell people, there's a lot of great ideas out there that are in file cabinets and a lot, some in the trash heap. But because it takes three things to actually put something together. It takes an idea, then it takes someone to finance it, then it takes someone to build it. So it's a three-phase. So certainly applaud Dr. Thomas for the idea. And I applaud, ESPN stepping up and saying, hey, we have to finance this. And then, we were fortunate that we were able to come in with our team and actually build it. And so that's why we have what we have today.
That's awesome. The first time that I actually came to the Celebration Bowl was in 2019, and she say sports was just taking off, and I was working with BJ Jones and Charles Bishop. They were showing me the ropes, and I was trying to get on Radio Row. I couldn't get there. Something was going on that they stopped it or whatever, but I was amazed at how it was just like, for us, I had never seen that before. And it was a beautiful thing. And you guys have done an amazing job, truly an amazing job. Absolutely. So John, how does the Celebration Bowl continue to stay nimble in the era of television market share and ever-changing landscape? Simply put, how do fans define what is the growth of the Celebration Bowl?
That's a very good question. I like to, I always begin with the end in mind when I'm looking at anything. And the ultimate goal for us was to build a Super Bowl, to build our Super Bowl.
Let's move on to number 2, Howard Bison. Yeah, those Howard Bison are back to play basketball. They're one of the hottest teams out there also, with 5 wins, sitting at straight wins, if you would, 12-10, 4-1. Had a major upset at Norfolk State last week, and they continue to roll. 3 first place votes, 98. They move up 4 spots from number 5 in terms of what's going on this past weekend. So I wanted to make sure you understood that in terms of what took place there. In terms of some of these key matchups. When you look at Morgan State, they lost to Howard, that is sitting at number 2. I wanted to make sure people realize that, 88-56. Now, Morgan State did bounce back and defeat Norfolk State in one way. They pretty much dropped Norfolk State outside of the polls, just to give you some indication there. But guess who's number 1? Maryland Eastern Shore. Hawks. We had the program so long, and they probably rolling quietly get it done. They're sitting at 10-8, 4-1, and they got 4 first place votes, not ranked, and jump in the polls all the way to number 1 with 111 points. They take down Central on the road 59-58, and that is after they bounce back and they take down South Carolina State on the road 76-60. Their previous loss in terms in conference play was their first game in conference when they lost to Norfolk State 57-46, but they've run it off since there. They defeated Howard 82-73. Delaware State 68-66. Maryland, South Carolina State 76-70, and just defeated North Carolina Central 59-58, as I said. 4-1 in conference play. That's your new number 1. Take it and leave it. I'm going with you, AD Drew. Woo! I told you I had something fire. I want to see what you say about this one.
Get your calculator out. Where's your computer?
I'm almost speechless on this for Dr. Kabir. Almost speechless. First of all,
you did pause, so you were speechless for a minute. I got you.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that was a very pregnant pause. That was a 9-month pregnant pause right there.
There wasn't no creamies on that.
Yeah. First of all, damn you, Alcorn State. And great run that you have had in this way. But were it not for Alcorn State, Dr. Cavill, do you realize this would have been the first time all season that you would have had every team in your poll not upside down? Alcorn State was the only team in this poll that was upside down. So damn you for Alcorn State for your non-conference record. All you had to do was get one more, and then would have been the first time. Hopefully next week. Now I say this. Now next week everybody will be upside down, so you know how that goes. But looking at this, Maryland Eastern Shore. I'm still trying to scratch my head on that one, Dr. Cavill.
Four straight. And let me get it straight. Alcorn actually has won 6 straight.
I understand your justification for having Maryland Eastern Shore up there, but I'm supposed to get into you like you got into me. Despite the head-to-head with Maryland Eastern Shore over Howard in the conference opener, I still can't see. I guess this. Howard has more sexy victories than Maryland Eastern Shore.
They do.
So, as a human voter, we all love our sex. So that's the that's why I would have had to go with Howard over Maryland Eastern Shore. Despite Morgan defeated your previous number one. Correct me if I'm wrong. The number one from 2 weeks ago. Norfolk was like number 3 last week, and they now sit. That only got them to number 5, Dr. Cavill. I've got to question that. I think Morgan should have been up ahead of Southern and possibly Alcorn if you consider Morgan's non-conference. Now, conference.
All this East Coast bias.
I'm not doing East Coast bias. I'm really not trying to get this East Coast bias. I'm you asked my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. I'm just throwing out things. If I would have put pen to paper or finger to keyboard,
this really has thrown him off.
I am glad I did not see this before I put this on the screen. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, y'all.
The great David Whitney is looking down right now, shaking his head. The Wiz is shaking his head. Alcorn has won 6 in a row. 6 in a row since that early elbow to Jackson State. Landon Bussey has not had. Dominic Bruton is somewhere shooting threes right now. I'm telling you, this Alcorn State team, this is a tough team. Landon Bussey got them. He got them in the right direction. They're trending upward. That was a shocker, the way they started off swag play with the loss of Jackson State. But I tell you what, we talking about Howard being one of the hottest teams out there. They won 4 in a row, but Alcorn sitting over there, they won 6 straight. This is a good basketball team that will lock you up on the defensive side of the ball. They play tough man-to-man defense. So I really like this Alcorn State basketball team. The one that really opened my eye this past weekend, Howard destroying Morgan State. That was, golly, I did not see that coming. Yeah. When you talk about beating a team, and then Morgan State flipping that back around and beating Norfolk State last night on ESPN2, it said a lot to me about this Howard basketball team. But I probably still would have had Alcorn in front of him, despite the upside down overall record.
when people work in sports, I always want to know, how did your love for sports begin?
That is a fantastic question.
Thank you.
I'm not sure how I can pinpoint when the bug bit me, but I always talk about in our house growing up, there was always a black and white picture of my mom's basketball team. And so I grew up knowing that she started as a freshman. She was also part of integrating a predominantly white school. And so she would tell me about some of the struggles that were involved with that. And so I think that always I kind of wanted to make her proud, and I always felt like the bar, she never said that, but I always felt like the bar was going to be starting as a freshman and doing those other things. Although I played softball in high school as well, basketball was my first love. And ironically, one of those things when you've looked at that, something for so long, I did start as a freshman. And one of my most favorite years of all in sports was that freshman year when I was allowed to play on the junior high team and the high school team. I grew up in a small Class B school. And so absolutely loved that year where I was playing basketball 5 to 6 days a week.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and like you said, you just wanted to make her proud, even though she never said it, but you was trying to follow her footsteps, and that's pretty cool. So as I mentioned earlier, you're a Hall of Famer from your alma mater, with such honors as Player of the Week, OIC Scholar Athlete, OIC and District 9 All-Conference teams, and Northwestern Ranger Queen. What amazing accomplishments. How, with basketball classes, possibly campaigning for Ranger Queen, how were you able to juggle all this and keep your GPA up?
Well, it's one of those things that I absolutely loved college, and some of my friends from the Baptist Student Union, they were my sponsoring group for Ranger Queen. They talked me into it. And ironically, it's the first time that I learned that other people other people can see some things in yourself that you may not see at the time. I never, ever considered myself Queen material at all. And I wouldn't have had the nerve to do it had some of my friends were like, hey, we'll help you with the posters. We'll help you. We'll back you. You can do this. Everybody knows you, but they didn't know me in that realm. And so I don't know. That was a very eye-opening and life-changing time for me as well. So to be voted in by my peers at a PWI meant a whole lot to me. Yeah. So yeah, but I always saw myself just as a jock, an athlete, a scholar. I did see those things as me, but a queen, I never saw that. Well,
you're a queen, sister. That's for sure. You are amazing. Just, researching and reading your bio, I was like, wow, she is amazing. And that's why I'm so excited that you're our very first guest. A.D. Rogers, you were inducted in the Hall of Fame in Langston in 1998. I believe 9 years after you graduated, or 8 or 9 years, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. How was that moment for you to be honored in that way?
No one really prepares you. It's like when you're excited about it, and I was honored. My family was there to see me inducted, but I was not prepared for the rush of memories as you're getting ready to thank those that have played a part in your induction. I just saw the hours and hours outside playing on a grass court, the excitement when my dad built my first goal. And it was big because he actually had a welder. I had the metal pole, everything, still had a grass court. But I mean, I looked at all the hours that were spent in the backyard and that had brought me to that point. The sacrifices that my mom and dad had made. We weren't rich by any means. My mom was a school teacher. And, all of that was full circle. And I just felt grateful to God that he allowed me to experience that moment.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, A.D. Rogers, you served 4 years as an athletic director for women's sports and was selected as AD of the Year for Region 6 in 2003. Now, I never knew there could be separate ADs for women and men's sports. Could you elaborate on that for me? I mean, why was it just for women's sport?
So at that point in time, we were at an NEI Division I school. And so we split the responsibilities. Part of my time, there were 2 years that the other men's AD.
They're being paid for their services. Yeah. Yeah, and I guarantee you, if you went to those players and say, hey, fellas, if we play these 2 games, you will get cost of attendance. I guarantee you the decision will be unanimous. Coach, let's play them. Let's play them.
Right.
Because the athletes are actually benefiting from it. But it's a double-edged, it's a two-edged sword. Even though you're playing those games to help those kids.
Hello and welcome to the campus of Benedict College for tonight's SIAC matchup between the visiting Tigers of Edward Waters University and your Tigers of Benedict College. This is Roy Evans right here on the Black College Sports Network and HBCU League Pass Plus. I am joined today by the young man, Mr. Miles Scheider. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
Doing well. So we are getting ready as they give us our starting lineups and getting ready to get into it. Before we do that, of course, what we're going to do is get into our Founders Federal Credit Union keys to victory. Had a chance to talk to Coach Rice prior to the game. Miles got this information. Number 1 is limit turnovers. Got to make sure that you don't give the ball up. A team that can score well, you don't want to give them too many opportunities. Defensive rebounds. Wanting to do much better than what they did the last few games, so he's going to press on that. But the main thing, defense, and more defense is what Coach wants to get going. So we're going to see how the ladies respond to those instructions and get it going. They just finished up the announcements of the starters. So, Miles, what is it that you think we're going to see? What do you think is going to happen today? What do you think the ladies are going to come out doing?
This is going to be like you said, Roy. It's going to be a game of defense. It's going to be a game of who wants it more. So we got 2 defensive anchors on the team, and number 5, Miss Montgomery. Then we have Taylor Christmas handing down the paint, one of the best interior defenders in the SIAC. And so as long as they can get that defense settled and acknowledge this from the start, and one thing we don't want to do is play from behind. Once we get down by 5 and 10, then you start playing the catch up, and nobody likes playing catch up. Even in the pros, nobody likes playing catch up. So it's all gonna come down to who wants some more, Mr. Evans.
Most definitely. And just like that, first 2 points.
That's one of the things Coach Rice was talking about. He wants to get them started early. The senior Madison Golden was one of the captains of this team, the leading scorer for the Tigers, our top 3 scorer for the Tigers this game. And so, like you said right there, Montgomery, number 5, I like to call her the seatbelt of this team because everything she do, she locking it up. And so, like to keep things going, get things started early.
All right. They move it up, 9:36 here in the first period. The Benedict Tigers are up 2-0. Oh, thought about that one.
Thought about it real hard.
Rebound there by number 23 for Edward Waters, Kayana Johnson, junior from Deltona, Florida, not too far from Jacksonville.
All are going to come down to who wants it more. That's the defensive rebounding right there that Mr. Coach Rice was talking about. Nice little crossover there by Golden. That was one of them careless turnovers right there that Coach Rice was talking about.
Yep, got to limit those turnovers.
Great transition defense getting it back on you, get back. Because there was a couple of times that the Edward Waters could have scored right there. They're trying to feed the post.
Yeah, that's one of the things about playing against these Benedict Tigers. It's difficult to feed the post when Miss Christmas is in there.
Like I said, one of the top interior defenders in the SIAC. Leads the team in rebound, or second in the team in rebounds behind Miss Gallman. Like right there, a careless turnover again. Just 2 minutes in the game. That's what I said about Christmas. One thing she's not gonna be able to get. She's not gonna be able to get a shot off in the paint with Christmas right there. That was a great shot though by number 12 right there. Nice bank shot, and that puts Edward Waters on the board. Jasmine just last week won SIAC Women's Player of the Week. And her team with 25 points. One of the best shooters on this team, along with Mahogany Randall and Madison Golden. This whole starting lineup can really shoot. That's that defense that Coach Rice was talking about.
Foul committed by Taylor Christmas. Her first.
That's sending Miss Khadijah Smith to the line.
To number 20, Khadijah Smith.
Khadijah Smith, a junior from Eugene, Oregon. I wonder what brought her all the way down to Florida.
Well, it is Florida now. Let's remember that. It is Florida. Oregon, the winners alone might have done that for her.
5'11" junior. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. Arguing against the Golden. Out to Montgomery. Montgomery finds Jasmine. Jasmine back out to Golden. Golden passes to Christmas. Christmas is double team. Gets it out to Mahogany Randall. Randall finds Golden. Golden takes him to the paint himself. Great hustle there. Great hustle there by Molly Waggle, the senior from Fleming Island, Florida. Looks like we got a media timeout. The score of 5-3 here. Benedict College Tigers up. My name is Miles China. I'm here with Mr. Evans. We'll be right back here on HBCU League Pass Plus.
When you work in IT, complaints are part of the job.
Bill says the coffee's weak today.
But since CDW helped us switch to Mac, everyone's happier. Dan from finance likes getting performance without a big price tag. Phoebe digs the power of the Apple M1 chip. Mac is easy to manage, compatible with all our apps, and came pre-configured by CDW. Now we're even getting compliments.
That was Bill again, says he loves his new Mac. He's right about the coffee.
Hey, babe, meet us at the bottom of the trail.
Oh, man. Hey.
Open up. The redesigned Chevy Silverado with a sophisticated high-tech interior.
Open the door.
It's easy to forget it's a truck.
Thanks.
Nice truck.
It was.
Find new style. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Hello and welcome back to HRC Arena right here on the campus of Benedict College. Let's see before they get in if we can get that replay of that. No, we didn't. Why are we not getting that replay? We'll come back to that then as we get back to live action.
Oh, wow. Like I said, trying to go into Christmas, that's not going to work for you. Going against Christmas is not going to work for you.
Yeah, Miss Christmas is a force to be reckoned with inside there in the paint.
Every point, their points are coming from jump shots. They have yet, now they're, I want to say 0 for 5. Deep 3 for Randall. Miss Wilson walking across the sidelines. That was the Waters coach.
Yeah, Coach Charmaine Wilson. Last year eclipsed, I forgot her milestone number of her victories, but she has been there and has done a lot at EWU.
That is Khadijah with the shot.
20, Smith.
It's her second bucket of the game, or second score of the game. Great rebound there by Montgomery. Puts it up, no good. Great hustle there by Montgomery. Seatbelt all over Miss Waggle.
Basket number 5.
There's Avery.
Avery.
They called that a 3.
They called it. 5'5" junior from Orlando. Ooh, what a take by Miss Montgomery.
Mahogany Randall.
What a take by Miss Randall right there. Split the defense and drilled him right into the paint.
That was a good move. She definitely did get in there. And they're going to get the call on number 32.
That's Golden.
Yeah, that's Golden.
They call that a push-off.
Foul committed by number 32. Madison.
I'll call it a flop, but I'm not a ref for a reason, so I don't.
Checking in for the BC Tigers, number 40, Maya Goldman.
It's like Maya Goldman checks in the second leading lead, the second rebounder, the second team rebounder behind Christmas.
Ever Waters, number 11. This is 2.
Caught another one early on there by Miss Goldman.
Yeah.
Foul committed by number 4.
What they call it, reach-in?
Still going to be out. Okay, this is going to be under the basket.
Inbounded by Isis Smith. Oh, wow, what a take. Khadijah Smith.
Number 20, Smith.
This is what Benedict needs to do, is just calm down. Randall straightaway 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net right there. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That's Smith. I'm sorry, Raggle.
Basket number 12, Molly
Raggle, I apologize. Her 3 is good. We got a 12-10 ball game. Feed to Christmas. They call her out of bounds.
Out of bounds violation, possession of Waters. Checking in for Waters, number 24, Lee Shea Henry.
Got a couple substitutions for Benedict.
Number 10. Imaya Ashby.
Got Miss Ashby and Jasmine Golson checking in for Montgomery and Jasmine. Another Jasmine on the team.
They're replacing number 5 Montgomery.
As we get into this, I had kind of lost there with the score and the clock. I'm waiting to see where we are here. Had to get that adjusted.
Yeah, it's for the clocks. I think our time on the screen is correct. Couple of jump shots going down. That's Miss Johnson, a 6'1" junior from Deltona, Florida.
And the ball stolen.
That's one of them careless turnovers. Lazy passing.
It's Isa Smith.
He put a couple of his shooters in with Ashby, trying to feed the paint. What a great find by Ashby.
Taylor Christmas.
And that's what you got to do right there when you're the Benedict Tigers. You got to get that ball inside and get Miss Christmas in this game.
Thing is, Miss Christmas, she's also a threat from outside.
Oh, most definitely.
Great rebound by Ashby. That was Henry with the shot. That's Golson feeding to Ashby. What a great rebound by Christmas. Christmas puts it up, puts it in.
Taylor Christmas.
Got some type of stoppage. Got some type of stoppage on the court.
Let's see what we got going on here.
I think they still count the bucket.
No, they're fine. They're fine. We got our new camera position, so folks think everybody's ducking, but yeah, we have it where they're not in the screen, so we got it. Let's see, I'm not sure what we're waiting for, but I'm going to go ahead and run this last replay and watch it. Take a look at what Miss Christmas was able to do here in the paint. She got in there when got that rebound, back down, one quick bounce, and boom, 2 points. That's what Taylor Christmas can do for you. As we were saying last game, when she's on the floor, Christmas itself comes early.
It is a Merry Christmas for everybody involved.
There you go.
Everybody gets a present.
Actually,
it looks like half-court press right here.
Looks like we are actually a minute off.
A minute off? Oh, wow.
Out of bounds violation, possession, and awards.
Having inbounded by, that's Tuitt. It's a very experienced roster here for Elder Waters, their youngest player being a sophomore. And that's Miss Kristen Jusom.
Travel violation, possession.
It looks like she took too many steps right there.
Just a bit.
Just a couple of too many steps. Going the other way. You can tell Coach Rice is comfortable.
Wait a minute. So, no, our time was correct before.
1:45.
I know what I'm going to do here.
Jasmine Gossen's three is no good. What a rebound by Randall. One of the smallest players on the team out-rebounds everyone and gets the putback.
Tied score 16 all. Oh, almost stolen.
Yeah, still right there. Great contest by Ashby. Puts it up to Jasmine Gosen. What about 1:10 left to go in this opening quarter? Step back threes. Barely draws on. Randall. It's a screen from Garner. A little too hot for her to handle right there.
Possession, EWC, checking in for Edward Waters. Number 12, Molly Rainbow. Rainbow's replacing number 24, Lisha Henry. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 20.
Christmas finally gets a break.
He's checking in.
Yeah.
And comes one of the freshmen right in this year.
Number 23, Shakira Duncan.
Miss Soraya Fabrez? I really hope I'm not mispronouncing her name. Oh, great defense. Oh, finds a way to get it back in there. That's number 35, Amari Bell. The 6'3" senior. Trying to make her last season here a memorable one. Ashby's threes is good. Banks it in.
The bank is open.
Number 10.
Everybody's cashing in. Duncan's checked in as well.
Ashby.
Shakira Duncan. I don't think they wanted it right there. Turnover. Isa Smith.
Back in for the Tigers, number 3, Mahogany Randall. Also, number 32, Madison Golden. They're replacing number
Out goes
30,
Gallman and
Fabrice.
Fabrice. Here comes Randall and Golden back in.
15, Jasmine Grayson.
As well as Shakira Duncan goes out.
Coach putting his offensive unit in for these last 15 seconds.
I'm going to let the coach coach. About 10 seconds left. Benedict looking for the last shot. Shots up, shots no good. That's the last shot of the quarter. Your Benedict College Tigers 19, Edward Waters 18. We'll be right back here on HBCU League Pass Plus.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
T. Madden and Associates is a sophisticated and experienced law firm located in your neighborhood. We're turning injury to cash.
T. Madden and Associates obtained almost $2 million for my injury. They turned my injury to cash.
Now, we can't guarantee how much your injury is worth, but we've recovered millions for our clients.
Call T. Madden and Associates at 833-PAID-123. That's 833-PAID-123.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out Pizza the Hut.
Hello and welcome back to HRC Arena here on the campus of Benedict College. At the end of the first period, your score is 19-18. The Benedict Tigers lead as we start the second period.
I think Coach Rice loved what he saw out of that first quarter. Limited as that is Smith with the bucket on one of the rare miscues by Christmas. Class, you see Coach talking to her right now. I'm pretty sure that was a great first quarter. Everybody was making their shots. Miss Randall, 7 points, led the team in points. Golden with a foul by Jasmine. That's great defense there by the Edward Waters Tigers right there.
Yeah, they're very tenacious on that one. They did not want to let Miss Christmas get position.
Miss Regal right there with a three with a hand in her face. Nothing but the bottom of the net right there. Jasmine won it 1-2. Great rebound there by Christmas. Ashby, is the bank open again? It is not. This is something the coach has to love to be seeing the offensive rebounding there by Benedict, as you see Randall gets her second offensive rebound of the game, sending her to the line. For Edward Waters there, Miss Raggle and Miss Smith led the team with points with 5 apiece. And Miss Johnson led the team with 2 assists. Randall looking for her 8th and 9th points of the game.
And she missed that first one. Dropped off there now in the. And she knocks down the second.
That's Smith right there. Smith having herself a half.
Yeah. She's found her rhythm.
Near steal right there by Isis. Jasmine finds Randall. Oh my! Oh, they called an offensive foul.
Oh, they sure did.
Foul committed by number 3, Mahogany Randall, her first team.
Crowd doesn't seem to like the call of that.
That's normally how that goes. Most people aren't going to be in favor of the hometown hero getting the foul called.
They can tackle the player, and they still won't see the foul. This is Smith again. Coach, they're going to have to call a timeout.
Oh, they're going to have to get a hand in her face is what they need, and I'm sure that's what Coach Rice is telling her. It's like, we know that she's a shooter.
We know. You see he's bringing the seatbelt back in.
Yeah.
Miss Malaya Montgomery. That's a deep three for Randall. And it is nothing but the bottom of the net.
Number 3, Mahogany Randall.
And that is a out of bounds. Last touch by Asa Smith.
Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 5. Montgomery replacing Goldsman. Checking in for Edward Waters, number 11. Anissa Turin.
Have the seatbelt back in as she's known around campus. Here's to Jasmine. Sees a cutting Randall, and Randall stays with the ball. Finds Golden. Montgomery has it. Takes it herself. Shots up. Shots good. No basket, they say.
I think they're calling another foul.
Wow.
3-second violation.
Oh, offensive 3 seconds. That barely drew any iron. That was Miss Amali Bell. Another careless turnover there. Madison Golden.
Unforced errors.
Seems like they're trying to force things. They're playing too fast. They're bringing back in Shakira Duncan, a defensive-minded freshman from Houston, Texas.
Tigers, number 23. Duncan's replacing Golden.
Seatbelt all over Smith. That's Raggle. Great contest there. That's good. Montgomery's another. They call it a reach, and I saw it coming. Miss Duncan.
Foul committed by number 23, Duncan. Her first, team second. In for the Lady Tigers, number 40, Gallman. Gallman's replacing number 15, Grayson.
That's the seatbelt we're talking about. Montgomery takes it herself and a little too hard right there on the follow. She'll go to the line for 2.
Foul committed by
Malaya Montgomery.
Smith. So first, team second.
Malaya Montgomery,
Number 5, Montgomery.
she's from Columbia, South Carolina, attended Ben Lippen High School, transferred from Carolina College. First shot's up, is up, and it's good. Shots up, shots good.
Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 20, Soraya Febreze. She's replacing Gallman.
Benedict only down by 3. They brought back in Febreze. He said he wants some defense playing on this court now. He has his shooters in Randall and Christmas. Near still right there by Montgomery. I'm sorry, Randall. That didn't show no type of iron. Rebound by Febreze. Oh my goodness. What a find.
Number 20, Soraya Febreze with a great assist from Montgomery.
Then they see, once he brings that defense in. Shakira Duncan. He brought in some defense, and look how the tempo of the game is changing. Benedict down by 1. Feeds it to Christmas. Looked a little lazy right there, a little lazy pass. How is she still open? That's Raggles. Luckily she misses it. They call. They say that's last touch by Ragel or Ragel.
Foul committed by number 12.
Oh, they call a foul on Ragel.
That's our first, team third.
Calling a loose ball foul. About 5:11 left in this second quarter.
Yeah, they had to get the clock right again. It just read 6:91.
This careless turnovers.
Unforced. Molly stepped right in front of the pass.
Final players, that's their two.
That was just a 2, not a 3.
Oh, okay.
She was out there, but that foot was on the line.
I heard some coaches say long 2 in practice, no foul call. They'll use a long 2 as a negative 2. Look at the seatbelt right there.
Yeah, if you're gonna be out that far taking the shot, you might as well make sure you're behind the line.
They got to get out of this defense they're playing.
Another 2.
Oh, that was a 2. Foot's on the line. Oh, they called it a 3.
No, this ref who was on the shot called it a 2.
Okay, yeah, she's pointing to the table. Randall. Forgot about Isis. Randall's 3. Barely draws any iron. Christmas, great rebound.
Shot clock violation.
Checking in for the Lady Tigers.
That's another one of those unforced errors.
Media timeout.
Oh, media timeout, all right. So with our score 27-32, the Benedict Tigers trail. We'll be back right after this break.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes. But for a TurboTax Live expert like me, it just makes things interesting. So, give us everything you've got.
What if I'm a professional gamer with a ton of expenses?
If they help drive views, let's talk deductions.
What if I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are viewed in 38 countries?
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jerky receipts. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit TurboTax Live.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been customers for years. I thought new phones were for new customers. We got iPhone 13s too, switched to Verizon 2 minutes ago.
Ours were busted, and we still got a shiny new one.
Check it out. So wait, everybody gets the same great deal.
I think that's the point.
iPhone 13 on us for every customer. Current, new, everyone. On any unlimited plan, starting at just $35. All on the network more people rely on.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down.
Hello and welcome back to HRC Arena here on the campus of Benedict College. Right now, our time 3:47 left in the first half. The Lady Tigers of Benedict trailed the Tigers of Edward Waters University by 5. They look to close out this last 3 minutes strong here. I think that's going to be 3-second violation.
Lady Tigers. Back in for the Lady Tigers, number 15, Grayson. Grayson's replacing
Grayson's checking into the game from Ms. Duncan for the Benedict Lady Tigers. They look to try to set the offense. It looks like Edward Waters is in a 2-1-2. But the motion right now is doing a lot to help with the shifting for Benedict. Christmas doesn't. They're gonna let the ball play. They're gonna let it play. It didn't seem to hit iron that first time. It's almost a shot clock violation. Another one of those turnovers that Coach Rice wants the ladies to not give up as many. 2 points. That is Miss Henry. Lachey Henry, or Lachey Henry. Cut, swing out, and nothing.
Out of bounds violation, possession, Lady Tigers. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 13.
That ball must have been hit by one of the Edward Waters players.
Also, number 4, Golson. They're replacing Christmas and Goldman.
As we look at this, just saying Tigers is kind of somewhat confusing in the situation. And that ball is going to be out. Another one of those unforced errors that we know Coach is going to be talking to the ladies about during the halftime. Minutes. 3, no good. Rebound, Benedict, but it shoots back out to Edward Waters, looking to go inside. And that's a great defensive move right there. That was number 5. Miss Montgomery was able to get in there and get a hold of that. The possession is to Benedict. Just under 2 minutes left here in this first half. Swing around, taking the deep 3. Oh, ribs in and out. That was Miss Jasmine Grayson. Great look on that shot, just was not able to convert it. And they're going to call it traveling on that move. Miss Kayana Johnson. Let's come and set it down. I want to try to cut this lead. Shots are not falling, but that's going to be a foul.
Foul committed by Montgomery. That's a first.
That's going to be on Miss Montgomery. Waters looking to get it in. They are two inside the paint. They are definitely taking advantage of Taylor Christmas not being in the game. They're in the middle. That is set. Going. So we are into our last 27 seconds here of the half. Holding for the last shot, Lady Tigers.
Out of bounds violation, possession, Lady Tigers. Back in for the Lady Tigers, number 32, Madison Golden, replacing 13, Gaddis.
And it looks like
Foul committed by number 35.
another foul.
Bell. That's her second. Team
Foul on Bell.
at the line, shooting 2. That's going to be on the floor. Checking in for Edward Waters, number 23, Kiana Johnson, replacing number 35, Bell.
5 seconds left. Going to get it in, and no, that's going to be 2 shots. They're going to give her as Miss Golden going to the line. Foul was on Sanders.
At the line with 2.
Converts the first. And she gets the second.
Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 23. Duncan, number 20 for Breeze. And on the floor, Edward Waters, number 5, Jordan Avery.
Defense there. They are not trying to let them get this ball in. And that shot, that does it for us. Our halftime score, 29-36. Edward Waters leads. We'll be back with more after this halftime break.
One of the questions I always ask, I'm always curious when people work in sports, I always want to know, how did your love for sports begin?
That is a fantastic question.
Thank you.
I'm not sure how I can pinpoint when the bug bit me, but I always talk about in our house growing up, there was always a black and white picture of my mom's basketball team. And so I grew up knowing that she started as a freshman. She was also part of integrating a predominantly white school. And so she would tell me about some of the struggles that were involved with that. And so I think that always I kind of wanted to make her proud, and I always felt like the bar, she never said that, but I always felt like the bar was going to be starting as a freshman and doing those other things. Although I played softball in high school as well, basketball was my first love. And ironically, one of those things when you've looked at that, something for so long, I did start as a freshman. And one of my most favorite years of all in sports was that freshman year when I was allowed to play on the junior high team and the high school team. I grew up in a small Class B school, and so absolutely loved that year where I was playing basketball 5 to 6 days a week.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and you know, like you said, you just wanted to make her proud, even though she never said it, but you was trying to follow her footsteps, and that's pretty cool. So as I mentioned earlier, you're a Hall of Famer from your alma mater, with such honors as Player of the Week, OIC Scholar Athlete, OIC and District 9 All-Conference teams, and Northwestern Ranger Queen. What amazing accomplishments. How, with basketball classes, possibly campaigning for Ranger Queen, how were you able to juggle all this and keep your GPA up?
Well, it's one of those things that I absolutely loved college, and some of my friends from the Baptist Student Union, they were my sponsoring group for Ranger Queen. Okay. They talked me into it, and ironically, it's the first time that I learned that other people other people can see some things in yourself that you may not see at the time. Right. I never ever considered myself Queen material at all, and I wouldn't have had the nerve to do it had some of my friends were like, "Hey, we'll help you with the posters. We'll help you. We'll back you. You can do this." Everybody knows you, but they didn't know me in that realm. And so I don't know. That was a very eye-opening and life-changing time for me as well. So to be voted in by my peers at a PWI, meant a whole lot to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I always saw myself just as, you know, a jock, an athlete, a scholar. I did see those things as me, but a queen, I never saw that.
Well, you're a queen, sister. That's for sure. You are amazing. Just, you know, researching and reading your bio, I was like, wow, she is amazing. And that's why I'm so excited that you're our very first guest. A.D. Rogers, you were inducted in the Hall of Fame at Langston in 1998. I believe 9 years after you graduated, or 8 or 9 years, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. How was that moment for you to be honored in that way?
You know, no one really prepares you. It's like when you're excited about it, and I was honored. My family was there to see me inducted, but I was not prepared for the rush of memories as you're getting ready to thank those that have played a part in your induction. I just saw the hours and hours outside playing on a grass court, the excitement when my dad built my first goal. And it was big because he actually had a welder. I had the metal pole, everything, still had a grass court. But I mean, I looked at all the hours that were spent in the backyard and that had brought me to that point. The sacrifices that my mom and dad had made. We weren't rich by any means. My mom was a school teacher. And, you know, all of that was full circle. And I just felt grateful to God that he allowed me to experience that moment.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, A.D. Rogers, you served 4 years as an athletic director for women's sports and was selected as AD of the Year for Region 6 in 2003. Now, I never knew there could be separate ADs for women and men's sports. Could you elaborate on that for me? I mean, why was it just for women's sport?
So at that point in time, we were at NEI Division I school. And so we split the responsibility. Part of my time, there were 2 years that the other men's AD.
They're being paid for the services. Yeah. Yeah, and I guarantee you, if you went to those players and say, hey, fellas, if we play these 2 games, you will get cost of attendance. I guarantee you the decision will be unanimous. Coach, let's play them. Let's play them.
Right.
Because the athletes are actually benefiting from it. But it's a it's a two-edged sword. Even though you're playing those games to help those kids with the cost of attendance, you still put them out there. And AD was right. You still do it's just doing it another way. You're still doing the exact same thing.
Well, I did answer yes to it when he posed that question, but then I think I came with something out of the field remark behind it, because basically I said, you know, hey, $1,000 versus 100, I'm gonna take the 1,000, but yes, I'm still taking one for the team. I believe it is that. But cost of attendance comparable to NIL. It can't. To me, NIL is quick and short term. Cost of attendance is something that could be long term. Wheeler, can you compare and contrast NIL versus cost of attendance, or is cost of attendance something that should be looked at more of doing it? Because Coach Banks, the director of Southern, he came on the show and talked about that's what Southern's trying to do for their student athletes.
I think cost of attendance has the ability to affect everyone, whereas NIL is going to affect only those players that are popular, that are marketable themselves, like starting quarterback, starting running back, your star receiver, or something like that. But, you know, cost of attendance has an opportunity to affect everyone. And so, you know, that's why the cost of attendance to me outweighs anything that NIL can bring to the table. Plus the fact that NIL is not how can I put it? The longevity factor in terms of NIL is not there, as opposed to the longevity factor in terms of the potential of cost of attendance. So, you're able to, in my opinion, you're able to cover more ground if you're able to do cost of attendance than you are NIL, which only concerns itself with a certain number, a limited number of players, that sort of thing.
Yeah, because that's interesting because you mentioned quarterbacks and they're getting those deals, their name recognition, but without those big guys up front.
Yeah, I mean,
what about
that
O linemen, D linemen?
And these guys are only human. These guys are only human. And at what point in time does that doubt or whatever, jealousy or whatever it is you want to call it, kind of creep in? Here my jersey's getting dirty, and I'm keeping folk up off this guy, and he ain't even buy me a burger last week. So maybe I need to slip and fall on one to kind of who's in charge, who's actually in charge up there. And, maybe he'll start to share the wealth, or what it's saying, the Godfather, wet my beak. Maybe he'll a little bit, So it's something that kids, kids nowadays, they think about those things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's something to be thought about, that's for sure.
And we've talked about it before, guys, and I will say this: I think it's a tough job, the director of athletics. I mean, they're the CEO of the athletic department. They got to have a good staff put together, and now, guys, with the mindset that we're in now, for us, the sports world, it's instant gratification. There's no honeymoon period. And even whether you're in the SIAC, the CIAA, the SWAC, it's kind of different now. It's win and win quickly. How do you combat that?
We are going to be playing Who's Most Likely To? Here with the insanely talented cast of 80 for Brady.
Most likely, in any case, it would be Rita.
To do most anything.
Taking this one, he's cute. Who is most likely to sneak into a football game?
Well, you can start by letting us through.
Sally.
Sally.
Make right. Hey, what?
No,
Wait,
no,
come on now.
no.
Who's most likely to break character during filming?
Rita.
Rita.
How do I do that?
Oh, come on. I didn't know it was going to come out.
Who's most likely to dance like no one is watching?
Sally.
Lily runs a close second.
You were so funny in that dance sequence.
Oh my God.
You really had me wetting my knickers.
Rita, don't bring up your name.
I did want to talk a little bit about bowls, and people have asked questions about the Celebration Bowl in terms of the payout. What does that look like? Just to give you updates there, you're talking about $1.2 million payout in terms of the bowls that go to the conference. A percentage of that goes to the institution, depending on the split, 75-25 for the SWAC, 70-30 in terms of the MEAC, or that was the last percentage breakdown in terms of what that looks like. But I want to do a little comparison so you get a chance of what does that look like. Obviously, you have the major bowls, and you've seen what they do as they off the chart in terms of the New Year's Six, $14 million, significant type of money. But you see how long they've been in the business for the Rose Bowl, going back 100 years in terms of what they do there and how they're tied into the CFP and how they have really engulfed all that money. But if you look at some of the other bowls out there, there was an article that talked about the Quick Lane Bowl, really focusing on New Mexico State, which it was encouraging fans to purchase tickets. And it wasn't so much about purchasing a ticket. Obviously, you want to support your team. But a lot of it would maybe be at the distance that a lot of fans wouldn't necessarily travel for a 6-6 Aggies team that was playing a 6-6 Bowling Green Falcons team, if you would, coming out of the MAC all the way in Detroit. So they were asking fans to support the team that did make a bowl and purchase tickets so they could donate them to Detroit area youth. That's a great thing for the youth to get a chance to get out and see some college football. But I wanted to get into some of the money. When you talk about this particular matchup, when you see what was going on here, 3 things to know about the Bowling Green as they entering into at that time the Quick Lane Bowl, which was this past week, if you would, a week ago, I should say. The university closed travel, cost them $400,000 travel to Detroit. When you talk about the Celebration Bowl, one thing is unique. You heard last year they got the deal with Delta, actually flew the teams in there to Atlanta, and that was at no cost to the teams. So you didn't have to worry about that type of cost where you see it doing $400K for Detroit. And so some interesting things there when you think about it. But this is really, it was interesting when I seen this, when you talk about these payouts. Because a lot of folks talk about $1 million, $2, $3 million payouts for these bowls. One thing people don't realize, a lot of times these bowls, a bigger number in there, but they'll charge you, as you see, for your travel, your hotel stay, food and things of that nature while you in there. They'll also charge you for the band in terms of the band and who you bring in there. They'll charge you a ticket price for the band members in the stand. And so the payout for the Quick Lane Bowl was $150K. Yeah, let me say that again. The payout for that bowl game was $150K.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on? Sure, it's wireless. It's something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password? Buick Envision 2021. Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable. That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking. Me too. Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
It's like a loop machine.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft. Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Sorry.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less, so it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less? You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go, why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
Montgomery, that's our first team first. Possession, Edwin Waters. Out of bounds violation, possession, Lady Tiger. Basket number 20, Smith. Jackpot, three-point bucket number 15, Jasmine Grayson. Timeout, Edward Waters. Media timeout.
Charmin Ultra Soft has so much cushiony softness, it's hard for your family to remember they can use less.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft. Holy Charmin. Oh, excuse me. Roll it back, everybody. Sorry.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less, so it's always worth it.
Now, what did we learn about using less?
You gotta roll it back, everybody.
We all go, why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
It's like a loop machine.
Give it up for our BCBOD and our hard-working cheerleaders. Give it up for that band of distinction. Basket number 23, Kiana Johnson. Out of bound violation, possession, Edward Waters. Number 23, Johnson, her first, team first. We have a technical foul on number 23 of Edward Waters. Checkman for Edward Waters, number 35, Bell, replacing Johnson. Foul committed by number 5, Jordan in 8th grade. That's her first team third at the line, shooting 2, number 3, Mahogany Randall. Possession, Lady Tigers. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 4, Jasmine Golson. Golson's replacing number 5, Montgomery. Possession, Lady Tigers. 3-second violation, possession, and no order. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 5, Malaya Montgomery. Montgomery's replacing number 4, Jasmine Golson. Team second. Basket number 11 to it. Foul committed by Montgomery. That's our third. Team third. At the line, shooting 2, number 12, Rainbow. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 4, Jasmine Golson, replacing Randall. How about Once again, we want to remind you of the
Since 2002, Empowerment Resources, Inc., a nonprofit organization, has empowered more than 1,500 youth and adults in Duval and surrounding counties through its programs Journey into Womanhood, Girls Mentoring, Life Skills for Teens, and Parenting Education Coaching. To get involved with programs, volunteer, or donate, visit www.empowermentresourcesinc.org. Follow us on social media, facebook.com/empowerment.resources and instagram.com/empowermentJAX.
It's like a loop machine.
It's never.
Ladies and gentlemen, now at Benedict College is partnered with the American Heart Association, and we're sponsoring that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for MyBCSN. Charleston, South Carolina. out-of-bound violations, possession of water. Checking in for Edward Waters, number 35, Bell. Bell's replaced with number 23, Johnson. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 5, Montgomery, replacing Golson. And then you have for Waters, number 20, Smith, replacing number 11, Silver.
At HBCUs, there's no limit to who we can be. Black and inspired and thriving. Black and magnetic and sing. From the classrooms to the quad, our passion is our purpose. We are leaders and legacy. So when you look at what we accomplish next, you'll know where it started. For who you are and who you want to be, we're here.
I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire.
Crypto is complicated, but as a tax expert with crypto experience, you can hand your taxes off to me. You do your thing, we've got your taxes. Intuit, TurboTax Live.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out Pizza the Hut.
basket number 11 to it.
To plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Troy? 7:30 game times. Basket number 11 to a timeout. Timeout. time with the green hoodie. Green hoodie. One more time, green hoodie. By number 12. Foul committed by number 3. Randall, that's going to be Randall's second. Team first. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 4. Jasmine Golson, she's replacing Randall. Number 24, Henry. committed by number 15, Jasmine Graves. That's her second, team second at the line, shooting 1. Number 11, to it. Possession and orders. Foul committed by number 50, Christmas, her second, team third. At the line shooting 2, number 5, Avery. Second, team third. Team 4. Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 40, Maya Goldman. Goldman's replacing number 50, Taylor Christmas. Foul committed by number 4, Smith. That's our third. Team 4. Out-of-bound violation, possession, Lady Tigers. Back in for the Tigers, number 50, Christmas. Christmas replacing Goldman. Out-of-bound violation, possession, Edwin Waters. Checking in for Edwin Waters, number 20, Smith. She's replacing number 12, Rainbow. That's Khadijah Smith. At the line, shooting number 5, Avery. Full timeout. Full timeout. That's our third. At the line, shooting 2, number 3, by Highly Randall. Committed by Taylor Preston, no 4. At the line, shooting 2, number 5, Avery. Possession, Lady Tigers. Foul committed by number 24, Henry, her first. At the line, shooting 2, number 32, Madison Golden. possession, Edward Waters. Checking in for Edward Waters, number 4, Smith. Foul committed by number 15, Grayson. That's her 3rd. At the line shooting 2, number 11, 2. Jump ball possession, Lady Tigers. By Christmas. At the line shooting 2, number 5, Avery. Checking in for Christmas will be number 40, Imaya Gallman.
Troy, you work here? I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes. Never not working. Ever not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
It's like a loop machine.
Jump off possession, Edward Waters. Checking in for Edward Waters, number 12, Rainbow. Rainbow is replacing number 4, Isa Smith. That's on 4. Going to the line to shoot 2, number 32, Madison Golden. At the line shooting 2, number 5, Avery. Edward Waters University, 67. Edward Waters, we thank you for coming. We want you to have a safe trip back here at BC. You're a fellow HBCU member, SIAC member here at BC. We love you and thank you for coming. Good luck with the rest of the season. Troy Rice and your staff, we thank you for your victory.